So hello, today you find me at West End in Melksham, and behind me here I have this absolutely super semi-detached home, a beautiful period property, and it's a really good size inside. Not 4 bedrooms, not 5, not even 6, but potentially 7 or even 8 bedrooms if I count the annex in the garden as well. This is an absolute stunner inside, beautifully done up, lovely period features, and the added benefit of being in West End is that you've got this off-street parking and a double garage, a real rarity in this area, and you can walk into town with all the local amenities. So let's take you inside, let's show you a little bit more. So having come in through the front door, and this rather grand front door it is too, you are greeted by this really lovely period, a sort of entrance lobby, hallway, vestibule, with this beautiful Victorian tiling on the floor there. You've got the deep skirting boards, you've got a dado rail. This is a really fantastic start. And I'm going to come in and then turn back to show you how it then expands into the main hallway. So you've got strip wood floors all the way through here, dado rail around, and then this really rather grand staircase going up to the first floor. The ceiling height is amazing. A really wonderful home and a really good start to this property. Now, before we go into the main living rooms, I'm just going to mention that we have a huge understairs cupboard to the left-hand side, just at the end there. But let's take you through into the living accommodation first, and straight away we are into a really gorgeous sitting room. This fantastic space again with really high ceilings, the cornice at the top, the picture rail at the top, and the central section for the light as well. Big beautiful bay windows. They are sash windows, they are double glazed, so that's a real bonus and real nice feature of this property, that they were done really sympathetically to the house. And then, just as any period home you would expect, to have a fireplace, proper old Victorian one in there with an inset wood burner for convenience. This is a really super room to start off with, and plenty of space in here for all the family. Now, coming on through and around to the right, we then go into a separate dining room. And this wonderful room, again, as you can see, plenty of space for the largest of tables. You've got these fantastic shelves alongside the picture rail on the top level here, along with the ceiling rows, and a really stunning fireplace as well. Again, probably not working this one, but a really lovely feature. Lots of recesses, and I really love the touch of the old-fashioned style radiators in here as well. Now, you've got the double doors out onto the garden space and the initial sort of covered courtyard area before you come round to the garden itself. Now, coming back through, as we just go over that little creaky board, we then come through into a fabulous kitchen diner. What a lovely space in here. A really nice light and bright room, but still full of period charm, from the really wonderful flooring all the way through here. You've got the door out to the side to throw in lots of light along with the 2 windows. And then you have the old chimney breast there, which has been made use of with a fantastic jukebox, but I'm sure that might be going with the owners. A nice recess in this corner, and then a really nicely hand-built kitchen. So really designed to fit the space and make the maximum use of space, from everything from little pull-out drawers to pull-out bins. You've got a space for the dishwasher, and you've also got space for the fridge freezer at the side here. Belfast sink, of course, and a really funky granite to top it all off. Keeps the character in this fantastic home, and I just love the way the Aga is set in the middle there, with this fantastic cover sort of extractor above as well. So really fabulous property. On the ground floor, this is just the start. As I've said, there's a lot to this one, a lot more than meets the eye. Even these little quirky little cupboardy corners there as well. I just love a period property. So let's take you upstairs now and show you the various different rooms that we have there and how they're going to work for you. So having come up to the first floor, you are then greeted by this really rather wonderful galleried landing, winding all the way around to that side where you have further bedrooms. But before we go into that direction, I'm going to take you this way, which is straight up the stairs and straight ahead. Now, this section potentially could be separated off, almost like a master suite or guest suite, because you have your own bathroom just to the right hand side here, which I'll go into in a moment. And then we have this really rather wonderful huge double bedroom bedroom at the back. So really fantastic double room in here, plenty of space for a double king or even a super king bed. And then as I just come in and pan round, you can see we've got the sash windows, but we've also got a very large 2 double wardrobes effectively in there that are built in. And then you've also got an additional wardrobe just to the side there, or cupboard space. Now, what I do love about this property is that every opportunity to keep some form of character has been maintained. So you still have the picture rails, you still have the strip wood flooring, and you still have these beautiful wooden doors as well. So this is bedroom probably 4 or 5. I'm going to run out of options, but one of the double bedrooms, which comes complementary with this really rather nice bathroom. So not only is it a bathroom, we do have a shower in the corner there. And then as I just turn around and just pull the door back a little bit, you can see that we also have the bath on this side as well. Nice big window, loads of light, loads of ventilation and a heated towel rail. So a really nice period style bathroom, which is great because it keeps the character of the home throughout. Now that, like I say, those two could be separate if you wanted, but there is more. There's always lots more. Let's take you back through. I'm going to turn to the left just to show you the next of the really large double bedrooms. So this fantastic big space in here. Again, loads of ceiling height. Again, a fabulous space for a king, a super king, a double, whatever you like. And then plenty of room in here for further storage. I'm just going to come in past the huge window, which is throwing in loads and loads of light, and just pan back. If you wanted freestanding storage, you've got the area there where the dressing table is, or you've got that whole right-hand wall as well. Really wonderful double bedroom in here. So that's 2 huge double bedrooms already. Now let's keep going. As we turn around the corner, I'm going to come back to those rooms in a moment. We're going to go straight ahead and we have another fantastic large room, and this one is an ensuite room. Now currently used by the older child who has a bit of a man cave, teenage cave, absolutely perfect for this use. Great space in here. As you can see, a very big double bedroom as well. A little bit into the eave, so you've got that character, you've got spotlights all the way through, the Velux window, and you have a door into an ensuite. So just going to give you a quick look inside there as well. This fantastic ensuite in here needs maybe a little bit of TLC, but it's absolutely functional, perfectly usable, and a nice character space as well. So a really lovely space in there, and this makes a great sort of, again, could be a guest room, it could be a teenager's room with their own ensuite bathroom, shower room, and it also has, in addition, behind the door, cupboards. So there's a nice cupboard space there as well. Now, coming along through and back into the area where we have the strip floor again, we have another double bedroom. So we're coming into this one to show you that as I swing around, you can see that this is yet another really, really good sized double bedroom with a fantastic big bay window with the sash windows. A lovely area there just to be able to put a chair and watch the world go by. Not that it's particularly busy up here, it's very quiet. And this really wonderful space makes another great double bedroom for you. Now, coming back through and onto the landing on the first floor still, we then have the smallest bedroom in the house. Now, this is currently set up beautifully as a proper old study. A really great space in here with place to read, lots of rooms for shelves, lots of space in here for all your storage, or it could make a fantastic general study for everybody. But if you need a 7th bedroom, this is a baby's room. This is a very, very generous single. In fact, at a push, you could probably get a double bed in here, but this makes a wonderful child's room, study room, work from home space, reading room as it is now. Now we're going to take you upstairs and show you the opportunities we have up here as well with a further 2 rooms. So let's go and have a look. Come up to the top floor, we have this fantastic large landing which goes all the way this direction and then all the way this direction. Now, anyone in their right mind, as far as I'm concerned, certainly of my age, would be saying, this is my floor. This is your floor, the grown-ups floor, and keep you away from the hustle and bustle of downstairs, because just look at this fabulous master bedroom. A really fantastic size with that great dormer window throwing in loads of light. Headroom is absolutely fantastic. I mean, I'm nowhere near skimming my head, and I'm sort of 5'10"-ish. I expect. So lots of room for the tallest of people, lots of room for the biggest of beds. You've also got, well, that is actually a door through into the little bathroom, which I'll show you at the end, but more for very small people. And then you've also got two really fantastic cupboard spaces here and lots more room for dressing tables and things like that. But you don't need this. You don't need all these cupboards. These are just really useful extras in this absolutely fantastic master suite. Let's take you to, I feel like I'm in one of those lovely rustic hotels at this level. It's absolutely fantastic. As we come along the landing, down a couple of little steps, you then have what is another bedroom, but is currently utilised very cleverly as the perfect dressing room. Just look how much light you've got in here for doing, you know, for getting ready in the morning, for doing makeup, etc. But also all these fantastic wardrobes which are built in, and a really lovely place to just relax and chill out away from the hustle and bustle of downstairs. Now, if you had a small baby, smaller child, you weren't comfortable with them being on the middle floor while you're up here, this could easily be used as another bedroom on this level, basically. It's a very good double bedroom if you want it to be. So you could have two teenagers up here, but I kind of feel like this is the perfect setup, and this is why. I'll just show you the last final piece to that jigsaw, and why I'm saying this is as we come through into the bathroom, which is just on this floor. A really beautiful period bathroom, really nicely styled, lovely window over to the right hand side there, throwing in lots of light over this really nice roll top bath with the claw feet. You've got the wood flooring all the way through. The door into the bedroom, which you could use maybe, but actually easier to walk round. And then we also have a really nice sort of sink toilet area up just a little bit higher, and a tiny little eaves cupboard in the corner. It's your sanctuary. This is your bathroom. This is the one that maybe you ban the kids from coming near. A really fantastic space, a bit like a spa, and a really lovely setup on this top floor here. So now we've done everything on the inside of the main building. Let me take you downstairs and out to the annex and show you further potential for even more space. I'm outside. I'm going to come back to the outside areas and the garden, which is behind the annex here. So it's a huge garden to go with this property, but I'm just going to show you the annex first. So this space has been built on at some point. It is attached very slightly and offers a fantastic opportunity for a really nice 1 or 2 bedroom annex for somebody. Now, it does need some love. It does need some TLC. This is the only part of the house that really does. And to start that off with is the really large kitchen, currently used as the utility to the main house, so has the washing machine and tumble dryer out here. But that, with a bit of a refit and a lick of paint, could make a really nice big kitchen in there for someone. And then you've got two sort of spaces here. One could be the living room, this really fantastic large space here, wood floors in here, maybe salvage, actually look like they might be bamboo even. And you've got the 2 windows overlooking the garden, along with the hatch into the kitchen. So this could make a really nice living dining room space for somebody. We've got 2 cupboards off to the left hand side there, and then we also have a bedroom space. So again, another really good size room in here, a good double bedroom, comfortably set out. You can tell by the sockets they're set out for a double to a king size bed. And then you've also got wardrobes, which they're basically storage. It's easily pulled out. So like I say, this is currently kind of being used as a storage, a kind of utility boot room area in this section of the property. And then last but not least, and again, like I say, everything needs a lot of love, but you have got a shower room in here. So everything's good to go to refresh, rejig it and turn it into an annex if that's what you need. However, if you don't need it, you could potentially make other uses for it. This would make a fantastic garden room onto the garden. You could maybe put possibly double doors out onto the garden space and have this as a bit of a bar and an entertaining area as well. Or it could be a really good hangout for the kids, for a pool room, games room. There's all sorts of opportunities here, but this one does need some love and attention. So now we've done all the accommodation, let's start back at the dining room, past the cat, and just have a good look around the whole garden. And before I do that, just to mention, double garage, don't forget, and the door in from this side as well. So let's take you out and around the garden from here. Stepping out through the dining room doors, we come out onto this lovely patio area, patio and decked area. This is all covered, and what makes that great is that with our lovely sort of slightly iffy weather in this country, it means that you've got an area here where you can entertain year in and year out. Any time of the year, any weather, within reason, you could be sitting out here. You've got space for a table, you've got space for a log store, which is just set over to the left-hand side of the annex there. And then you also have the bin store to this side with, as I mentioned just a minute ago, the door into the garage, and then a really wide side gate access out to the front, along with a big veg patch just here, and more borders taking you back round to the side and onto the garden. Now coming back around and through, I'm going to take you alongside the borders here, just round the corner, and surprise, surprise, this opens up into an absolutely beautiful large garden. What a fantastic large space, a really lovely large level lawn with borders just round to the sides. You've got this nice winding pathway through the middle, and then you've got a little shed over to the side as well. Now you've got the annex just behind me where I am now, so obviously that overlooks this space as well. And then you've also got a patio just in the top corner there for the seating area as well. But you're going to get the sun at various times throughout the day because this one is such a big space. So in the heart of Melksham, how many times do you find a potential 7-bedroom property with a beautiful big double garage, with a lovely big driveway, and yet you can walk into town and this really rather gorgeous garden to the rear? Now it is just tucked alongside a church. I'm just going to pan back and show you just for the just to show you that you have got a window there, but that is not another property. That is actually a church window, so nobody's standing in that and looking over. And you've got this fantastic space here. This fantastic property is set in West End, which, as I keep saying, is in the heart of Melksham, but apart from the lawnmower behind, you can't hear anything else. I can't hear any cars. I wouldn't know I was in the heart of Melksham. This is an absolute steal, this property. Beautiful, big, potential 7-bedroom home, a really lovely family property. And although you have got a window there, that is actually the church. So nobody's going to be standing in that and looking out onto your garden. So you are nice and private here as well. This one is worth coming to have a look at to get your head around the accommodation. I'm sure my video gives you a starting point. So please do give us a call, arrange a viewing, and we'll get you in here as soon as possible.